Hello, 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 hello. Thank you for your patience while I got myself ready to get into this show. I also wanted to give a chance for more people to join the show, to join us live because, like I said, it's a Christmas special. There is so much to talk about today. I don't even know really where to start, but I know that I need to make a start because we have a guest on later as well. So I want to make sure that you have a full chance to kind of soak in all the stories today, but also a real opportunity to talk to Love Itoya when she arrives and really get into her journey. And also have some fun because it's Christmas. It's a full 2-hour show today, so we're going the full length, we're going the full mile, and we're doing it all today. I'm not holding anything back, not my opinions, not anything, because you know what? 2022 has just really been that year. Like, already started with so much anxiety because we really had no idea if we were going to be entering World War III. We wasn't sure if we were really truly free from the pandemic or if there was this new kind of variants that had spawned were going to take over. We were then introduced to monkeypox. And so it's just like, it's been kind of one thing after another. We've had, Putin threatening us over here. You've had, the war that's going in Russia and Ukraine. You've got, the energy crisis. There's just been so many things happening politically, economically, around the world that has just kind of led us to all be really anxious and on edge. And I feel that when I talk to people a lot of the time that, they are on edge because they just don't know what is going to happen next. But the irony in that is that we've actually never known what was going to happen next. The only difference, I think, between a decade ago and now is that we could kind of, to an extent, trust what people said to us. Nowadays, I feel like people tell you one thing, specifically talking about politicians here, they tell you one thing and then they go and do the complete opposite. So that is quite terrifying and it puts people in a state of kind of being in fear. But I also feel like that state of fear is a way of them, of course, exercising some form of control, because when people are panicked, they are not operating with sense, because we have seen a lot of senseless and stupidity this year. We have seen so much senseless and stupidity this year. I don't even know truly where to start. But I'm not going to recap. I was going to recap 2022, but I was thinking I've seen like recaps of 2022 like everywhere. So I'm like, I'm not going to add to that. I just want to kind of get into what I want to talk about today. So literally, if you want to see a recap of 2022, you can go into Twitter, type in recap 2022, and I promise you'll see at least 100 accounts recapping 2022 for you. Same, you can probably do the same on Instagram as well. So, but yeah, 2022 has just been bizarre. Starting off with, I'm going to just kick it off with P. Diddy. I'm going to kick it off with P. Diddy because P. Diddy, I don't know, this whole year, like I've seen more of P. Diddy than I've ever wanted to see in my life. I've heard more from P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Diddy, or what does he call himself? Brother Love. He calls himself Brother Love these days. Don't get me wrong, the song he did with Bryson Tiller, I can't remember who else was on the song. I know it was directed by Teyana Taylor. It's a good song. Move on. It's a good song. So, it kind of proved that, he still obviously has an ear and he can still create, good music. Anyways, him and Caresha dating has just been like the trending topic for like the last couple of months. It's been insane. Obviously, Caresha's got her talk show, Caresha Please, and everybody was like, including me, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of side-eyeing a little bit. I was like, girl. And now we know Caresha likes to talk. We've seen her Instagram lives. Like she's a good time. I'm not going to lie. She's fun. But I just did not see her doing a talk show, but she has surprised me. It's been thoroughly entertaining. A little bit more explicit than things that I would like to listen to. Like, it's not really the kind of content I would listen to regularly, but it has been fun. It kind of reminded me of the show that was on, was it earlier this year, I think, or the end of last year, Respectfully Justin. I know you guys might know him on Instagram as Justin LA Boy. He has that Instagram page, which is like, puts all these quotes and memes on there, which is really funny. And he had his own talk show with Justin Combs, which is Diddy's son, called Respectfully Justice. And they had like Chris Brown on there. They had the City Girls on there. They had Sweetie on there and all of that. So a similar kind of vibe, just very like provocative questions, getting into all different kinds of stuff. But yeah, so it just kind of reminded me of that. So it's been entertaining and yeah, it's just not what I expected. However, her dating Diddy for me was still very random. I was still kind of like, I mean, I kind of, because of the era of quote unquote feminism that we're in, I kind of understood why this would be a flex. But on the other hand, the other part of me, no, not even the other part of me, if we're talking about me specifically, my personal opinion, I was like, this is not what she thinks it's going to be. As long as she knows that it's not what she thinks it's going to be, then Cool. As long as she knows that she's literally just going to be one of his many side conquests, then that's it. Because I really just feel like Diddy is getting with all these women his son's age because it makes him feel youthful. You know, it makes him relevant, obviously, because we're still talking about him. And I just feel like it just allows him just to kind of stay in the mix a little bit, keep up with what's happening on the ground, because he is of a completely different generation, if we're being honest. So, yeah. It's just interesting. We have not heard the end of their relationship. Every other week, we hear something about Diddy and Caresha. And currently, it's because when was it, the BET Hip Hop Awards, when she was holding up that sign about Go Daddy, like, I was cringing hard. And the meme that was going around at the time was, was JT and, what's his name? Who's she going out of again? What's JT's man's name? Oh my gosh, Lil Uzi Vert. JT and Lil Uzi Vert was sitting right next to her while she was standing up holding that sign in her red dress saying Go Daddy. And the way Lil Uzi Vert was looking up, I'm not gonna lie, even if that's not what he was thinking, it really did look like he was thinking, what the hell is you doing? He was on stage giving a shout out to all his exes, including Cassie, but he did not mention his shoddy wop. That's what he calls her, shoddy wop. Americans are so funny to me. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Americans are so entertaining. Like, you don't even have to watch a reality TV show. Just literally log on to Twitter. I promise you, Americans, like, I don't know what's in the water over there. I don't know what's going on. America is like, it's actually, the whole country is a show. Like, it's a whole reality TV show. They are living in a completely parallel universe to us over here in the UK. Like, we're not nearly as exciting as America. Like, they've just got everything going on. But yeah, so that was really, really funny to me. And that, obviously, that meme with Lil Uzi Vert looking at Caresha like, girl, what is she doing? Went viral, and that was hilarious. But moving forward from that, his birthday comes around, she gets him this really nice chain or whatever. I can't lie, it was kind of fly. I was like, oh, I'm not really into like bling, bling, bling like that. But like, that was cool. That was kind of nice. I liked it. It was unique. It looked nice. And then next day he was on vacation with Daphne Joy, who is 50 Cent's ex and baby mother. And I'm like, what? Like, what? What in the world is going on? Is this some polyamorous thing? Is it just like, I mean, I don't know what's going on. Like, does everybody know about each other and that's why everyone's just going along with it? I'm just so confused. But she said she was unbothered, right? But she was ranting and raving on Twitter. Cool. Fast forward now, he's had a baby with, I think her name is Dana Tran. Apparently she works in like cyber tech or something like that. I think she's of, I can't remember where she's from. I don't know if she's from Filipino descent or something like that. I can't remember exactly where she's from. And he's had a baby with her. And again, she said she wasn't bothered, but then she went on to do this whole long rant. I think Academic shaded her as well on Twitter. She said she wasn't bothered, but then went on to do this whole long rant. And I'm just like, sis, just say you are bothered. Because I'm not going to lie, I would expect the average woman to be bothered by this. I don't know what their situation and setup is, but like, I think that most people, if you enter a situation with somebody, you don't want to be publicly embarrassed in that way. Like, even if you know you guys are not exclusive, you don't want your business out there everywhere for everybody to see. So even if he is, sleeping with how many other women, you don't necessarily want that business on Front Street, because it gives people, opportunity to come out and disrespect you and be like, oh, you just a side thing, you this, you that, whatever, which is what people have been doing. But then Diddy came online, was it last week, I think? Yeah, to come and defend his shoddy wop. And it was just really, I don't know, like, everything about their situation to me, I'm just like, it's very cringe. I'm like, you don't need to be doing this, sis. Like, you were the same age. We're actually the same age. And I'm like, she's actually got a really successful career. I'm just like, you can literally just do anything but this right now. You can do anything but this. So yeah, I just find it very strange that, she's beefing everyone online. She's cussing out people. She's saying, Diddy would never touch you guys with a what was it? With a barge pole, whatever the case was, whatever she was saying online, just cussing people, going back and forth with people. And everyone was just like, girl, don't nobody want Diddy's old ass. But like, we're just saying, do you not want better for yourself? Like, how is the situation lucrative to you? But I'm like, actually, she's got a card game. She's got lingerie out. She's got a talk show. So actually, she is doing what she needs to be done in that space. But in the same breath, I'm like, you can't be firing shots at people and getting mad when people are saying you are literally just a side chick, because that is literally, you're not even a side chick, you're just literally one of his many conquests, if we're being honest. Because I have not heard him declare anybody as his girlfriend, as his fiance, as his wife, or somebody that he wants to be with, or somebody that he's even in love with. So, but yeah, he did come on to Twitter to defend her, and he said, "Don't nobody disrespect my shoddy wop. If you have a problem, I can pull up to your house and we can settle it in love," or something like that. Whatever he was saying. Oh, actually, before I even sign off on Diddy, please tell me why this man was, since announcing the birth of his baby, also seen on a date with two different women. One was a black woman and the other was a racially ambiguous woman. And he was lip-syncing both of them, doing date night with them. And I'm like, at this point, any woman who enters the situation with any man like Diddy, like Nick Cannon, or any of these entertainers, to be honest with you, you know what you're signing up for. This Meg V Tory fiasco is really something else. Like, I really don't know what has possessed Meg specifically. And I'm gonna start with Meg, because this is her case. I know she didn't press charges. I know that it was the state that picked it up, but that's what they do in domestic violence cases. But girl, why are you defending someone that shot you? Even if how you got to that point was embarrassing as hell, which the more we hear, the more embarrassed I am on behalf of everybody involved, because what? You're fighting over Tory Lanez. Let's just start there. Now, for a while, if we take it back a couple years, people have been saying that Meg is not a loyal person. She's not a good friend. She will sleep with whoever to get on, and she's a social climber. That has been heard for a very long time. That's not new tea. We know that. So obviously, you know, when she had the opportunity to leave her label 1501 and run over to Roc Nation, she didn't waste no time. However, 1501 were like, hello, you haven't fulfilled the obligations of your contract. So I don't know where you're running to, but you need to come and complete here before you go run off somewhere else. And Sis was like, I'm going to leave that to my Roc Nation lawyers. Bye. Sis was literally like, bye. And she was out of there. She had no time for none of that. So, you know, the switch up she did between Cardi and Nicki, I mean, she was just trying to secure the bag, people were saying. I was like, cool. Now it came out that she knew Tory and Kelsey were messing around. Kelsey was her best friend at the time, the girl she was always seen running around with. And she decided that it would be wise to sleep with her. Now, not sleep with her, sorry, sleep with Tory. Now, I'm just like, why would you do that? Why would you know that your best friend is sleeping with someone and you would now go and also say, let me go and sleep with them? Why would you do that? One theory is because, again, at the time, Tory was popping. Remember, he had Quarantine Radio. Kelsey was all up in there doing her thing. They're all on that demon time energy. You know how these people get down. Very, very strange people. They're all on that demon time energy stuff. So she was working it with Tory, and that whole Quarantine Radio took off. I don't know what happened to Kelsey, if she got sick or whatever the case was. Meg suddenly found herself on there as well. And they was getting lit on those shows. Like, they were lit. I mean, the alcohol was flowing. Okay? Like, the alcohol was pouring. It was flowing. Like, these guys were lit. And I was thinking, what happens after these lives? I'm sure all of us were thinking it low key. Like, what happens after these lives? Because there's no way you're doing all of this twerking, all of this very sexual, very, 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 very sexual activity on camera, and you're telling me you just shut off the camera and everybody goes, okay, bye. It was weird. It was weird, especially because at that time, we didn't know it. It was unbeknownst to us, but she knew that Kelsey and him were messing around. So it's like, girl, who does that? Apparently Meg does, because according to her track record, this is just in her DNA. She's a social climber. He was popping at the time and she wanted to be in the mix, okay? Even if that meant sleeping with him. Even though she knew her girl was sleeping with him. So, we fast forward to the events of that night. Allegedly, her and Kelsey had already left, okay? They come back to come and get Tory. They're arguing. Kylie's like, get out of my house, because you ain't finna do all of this ghetto stuff in my house. Get out. You know, well, we don't know, but I'm just assuming that's what Kylie was thinking. Like, don't bring all of this ratchetness in my house. Do your arguing out there. And I'm sure Tory was remaining because he was obviously trying to get into the Kardashian pool, into the Kardashian clan. Like, come on. It's not every day you get invited to Kylie Jenner's house. So I'm sure that's what he was trying to linger around for. And Meg was like, we're not going to do that. You're coming with me. So somehow that turns into Kelsey and Meg fighting. And from the way it's being spoken at during the court, it seems that because Kelsey basically walked into the courtroom and was like, I am invoking my fifth, is it my Fifth Amendment? Is that what it's called? Which basically means that anything she says cannot be used against her. And everybody was like, why would you say that? Why would you say I'm invoking this right? Because what did you do? You didn't shoot her, did you? So now everyone was like, oh, wait, did she shoot? Like, what's going on? Why would she invoke this amendment? Why would she need immunity? Because she requested immunity as well. So she goes into that courtroom. She's all like, I don't know. Every day she's saying, I don't know. Like, girl, what do you know at this point? Like, you were there. How can you not know? You must remember something. I know you were drunk, but there's something you must remember. You just had an interview back in September as well. So there's something you must remember, right? And she was like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I can't be too sure. This and that. The third. That was when she first got on the stand. As the days proceed, now she starts talking a little bit more. Now her mouth is a little bit more loose. Now her memory is coming back because they played that 80-minute interview that she had back in September. And they were like, because she tried to say, she was under duress, she was under pressure, she was experiencing postpartum, she just had a death in the family. But when they were listening to the interview, they're like, you sound very coherent. You sound like nobody's forcing you. You are just voluntarily sharing this information. So do you still stand by what you said? Because you said this just 3 months ago. So you must, what's the tea? Like, what's going on? So Kelsey has kind of been back and forth, saying yes, saying no, saying I remember this, I don't remember that. So they say, child, bring the witness to the stand. Bring the witness. So where they had this fight was right by this gentleman's house, right? And he saw apparently most of the fight from his balcony. And he, in his words, said he was traumatized. They were beating her so badly, he didn't specify who the her was, but they were beating her so badly, he thought that when they heard police coming, that they were going to throw her body in the river because there was a river nearby. Now, I was watching Armand Wiggins because he's been covering this every single day. And he was basically saying something like, along the lines of, hard to take, because he was in the courtroom. That's why he's covering it, and that's why I'm quoting him. He was saying that it was hard to kind of take exactly what the witness was saying, only because it kind of felt like he might have been traumatized for two reasons. Obviously, what he saw was awful, but also because he saw black people fighting. And us black people, we're a bit more passionate. We do things with a bit more energy, right? So it can come across a little bit different than maybe when white people do it. When white people fight and things like that, or other people of other races fight or whatever. So he did feel like there might have been a slight element of exaggeration in what he saw. Either way, shots were fired. That's one thing the witness did confirm. And he said the shorter man, which is obviously Tory Lanez, was agitated and swearing up and down, and he was waving his weapon up and down, and he was firing them shots recklessly. And he was terrified because he's thinking, any one of those bullets can come into my house, can hit me, my children. So to him, he was just like, the whole thing he witnessed was absolutely terrifying. And he said that it's just the guy, like the shorter guy, the witness was saying the shorter guy, which we're obviously interpreting as Tory Lanez, was just shouting so many obscenities. He was just saying so many swear words. He was just really, really, really just like speaking, like you could just tell he was so angry. So that to him was like, it was terrifying. So obviously when he called the police, he's like, there's two girls fighting and, there's two men out here beating on these women, etc., etc. But somehow, later down the line, that story kind of, for the witness, kind of changed into, but the first shot might have been shot by Kelsey. So everybody was like, what? So are you telling me there was a pause between the first shot and then the rest of the shots? Like, what's going on here? So, of course, the prosecution were asking again and again, like, are you saying that there's a possibility that not all the shots were fired from Tory? Because if that's the case, then it's a possibility that the shot that Kelsey fired was the one that actually hit Meg and not the ones that Tory fired. And then I guess, of course, the defense were trying to come in and then take that and run with it to kind of paint the picture that maybe, Tory was actually just trying to break up the fight. So him using the gun wasn't to actually harm Meg, but was just to stop the two women who were fighting from fighting, which to some degree, it is kind of believable, because if they were fighting about Tory and Kelsey was the one that was beating on Meg and she was winning that fight, and Tory was trying to break them up and he was just trying to fire shots to get them to stop, because I don't know that physically he could get them to stop, but maybe because Kelsey is a big girl. Meg is a big girl. So maybe he just thought, I'll fire these shots and it will get her to stop. I don't know. But either way, there hasn't been full transparency from Meg. And it's like, girl, and I don't know if you guys remember back in 2020, she said that she stepped on glass. When the people started to say, what happened? She was like, I just stepped on glass. And then somehow it changed into, Tory shot me. Then it was diss records to Kelsey. Then it was Kelsey's diss records to Meg. And then it was just suddenly like, okay, so are you trying to say that this was a conspiracy between Tory and Kelsey? Because she never once defended Kelsey. When people started accusing Kelsey of being the reason why she got shot, she never came out and said, no, Kelsey did not do that. She let that ish ride. So now we're at a stage where, of course, there is going to be a little bit of tension between Kelsey and Meg. I mean, we already know they're not friends, but now we're in the court case. Kelsey's like, even though I may know what happened, I was there, I'm not going to tell the truth because it doesn't benefit me to tell the truth. One, if it's true she beat her, then it means that she can actually face criminal charges for doing that. Two, you slept with a guy that I was sleeping with, so I'm getting you back for that. So good luck, sis. You're on your own. Hope that your legal team will get you right. But for me, I'm looking out for me and me only. So to some degree, I'm like, I can understand Kelsey's stance. But on the other hand, I'm like, you know what? You should have did better. But as I mentioned earlier on also, and just a few seconds ago, I am joined by one of the stars on the Talk So To Be submissions playlist. And I've actually had her on the show before earlier this year during the summer. We had a brilliant chat. It was really, really fun. So it's even more exciting that she's in London town and she's going to be joining me here right now in the studio. Do you want to introduce yourself again, girl?
Yes.
Hey.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. For those who don't know me,
yes.
My name is Love Itoya.
Yes.
Itoya, because everybody tried to spell my name wrong. I don't know why.
Do you know what it is? I just feel like if it's not as simple as Sam or, John or something, everyone's like, oh, that sounds,
My surname is always a problem. Like, they'll say Love Victoria. I'll say no. Love Latoya. Yeah. No. Love Itoya.
Okay.
That's even worse.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with people and just names that aren't, more than kind of 3 syllables. But
yeah.
It is what it is, child. I'm glad that you're here with me today. Thank you so much for coming through. I really, really appreciate it. Today, like I said, it's a full show. Like, I gave you guys the R&B playlist at the beginning. We went through the rundown of all the entertainment news, and I've got Love Itoya here. So it's just going to be a really, really good show. I'm excited. But I did mention to you, Love Itoya, that I wanted to actually discuss first the Asake concert because that was a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. Unfortunately, I was there. You were? I was there. And, he's not an artist I'd ever listened to before. I had no idea really who he was. Literally, I think I just seen a lot of fuss around him online because I think some of his earlier concerts in the UK, I think he had some in Manchester or Birmingham or something like that. People were basically complaining, saying that, they were having trouble getting in or he was very late. So he only performed for 20 minutes. And I was just like, who is this person? I had no idea who it was. And then a friend was like, hey, I've got tickets to...
Oh, you were
lucky. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess I'll get to see what all the fuss is about, right? So sure, let's go. And from the moment we got there, it was a nightmare.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was an action, like, so nothing that you've seen online is even, I don't think anybody believes it's exaggerated, but nothing online is exaggerated. Everything you've read and seen online about the concert was actually what happened. It was horrendous. It was a horrible, horrible display of humanity. It was very disappointing because when we arrived, we were about an hour late, and there was already like a massive queue of people outside. And I was very confused. I was thinking, maybe this is just people who don't have tickets, surely, because people who have tickets must be inside.
Yeah.
But when we eventually joined that queue, we were like, what's going on? And the police were like, well, we don't think there's going to be a show tonight. And we're like, why? Like, what's happened? So as we're asking people, my friend calls their sister, and we come to realise that half the people outside actually have tickets and half the people inside don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know
So we were
that.
immediately
Sorry.
like, what? I was like, surely they're going to have to give a refund, because how did the people that don't have tickets get inside? Like, this is crazy. So we're like, so you mean like half the people queuing out right now have actually tickets and have not been allowed in? And then we could see, like, obviously the entrance is all barricaded. There's security guards, there's police officers. Yeah. I'm thinking, this is just weird. So my immediate reaction was, I don't like being in drama. When I see things are a bit like too complicated, I was happy to leave at that point, but I could understand my friend's passion a little bit because they've bought tickets.
Yeah, sure.
And it was their favourite artist. They really wanted to see them. So they were kind of like, can we just stick around just to see a little bit, like, if they are going to eventually open up the doors and things like that? I was like, oh, okay, fine. Like, I'm not going to say no. I'm going to stay and see. But the more we're staying, the more people are becoming like kind of tightly packed together. People are getting more agitated, more angry. Yeah, everyone. It was just becoming like really intense. And I remember one girl, she said, it's not funny, but it was kind of funny at the time, because you know, in those kind of situations, you need to find something to laugh at, right? Yeah. And she was like, I'm not trying to be a Black Lives Matter t-shirt. So she was like, I'm not trying to be a Black Lives Matter t-shirt, so I'm leaving. So she left. She was like, I'm out of here. But she had been waiting for 2 hours.
Wow.
So I'm like, if you've been waiting for 2 hours, what is going on? Because the show started at 7. So if people were queuing before 7 and they still haven't been able to get in and they have tickets.
You say you were 1 hour late?
Yeah.
So you were there at 8?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I mean, we had to go eat. We're like, child, let's eat and then we can figure this out, right? Yeah. So we went to eat. Oh my gosh. It was worse. At that point when we came back, that everybody was like, most people were leaving, but a lot of people were still coming. So you have people pushing on each other slowly but surely. Like, people are starting to become a bit more aggressive, pushing on each other. And then one guy on the top right by the stairs, which was by the entrance to the door, just punched down on a security guard. And everyone was like, yes. I was like, yes? I was like, am I missing something here? Why are we celebrating him punching down the security guard? I don't get it. Then he was punching, and then one of his friends eventually got him off the security guard. Then the police came around. They started kind of beating people with their batons. People started really pushing. They're like, oh my gosh, guys, like, push. If you push hard enough, there's not enough security, there's not enough police officers, we'll definitely be able to get in. And I'm like, whoa. Whoa. I said, I'm not doing this there's no person on earth I'm going to push and fight security and be beaten by police for. There's nobody on earth. I don't care to see anybody that much. Nobody. Do you know what I mean? So I was just like, nah, I'm cool. Again, I'm like to my friend, I'm cool to go. They're like, wait. And I'm like, I don't know what we're waiting for at this point.
We're all about the drama. They're like, we want to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't really need to see. I'm sure we'll see on Twitter.
I'm like, need to say the story.
Like, for me, I was prepared to leave. I was like, I don't need this. I don't care. Like, I didn't know the artist before today. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not really pressed to stay here and figure it out. We will see it on Twitter, I'm sure. They were like, no, just trust me. So they were kind of holding me. And like,
your friends?
Yeah, they were kind of holding me. Like,
yeah,
they were holding me, like, trying to keep me like, I've got you, don't worry, it's fine, I've got you. Let's just try and push past a little bit through this way, because there's a little bit of a gap there. Yeah. And then we'll be all right. So we did that. Not even, we've been there like 2-3 seconds, already people started pushing again. So now we're trapped in this thing. And I was like, get me the F out. All I hear on my right-hand side is, oh my gosh, they're performing CPR on her. On the other side I hear, yeah, we finally managed to get in, kick him. I'm like, this is just mad. And then there's a girl there being manhandled by police, like the police are proper fighting her, tussling her. I was like, no, this is like, what? This is so ghetto. And then they finally managed to break through. and get through. So like there was like a few people that actually like
this concert is finished.
This concert is done at this point. There's no concert happening. What's happening? Somebody said another joke. This is the concert. What was happening outside was the concert, because there's nothing else. You're not going to go in there and see anything. Yeah, like, there's nothing you're going to go in and see at this point. It's now going to 10 o'clock. There's nothing for you to see. Push in. They've broken the glass door. People are pushing in. People are beating and stomping on the thing. All I can see is one girl, she was just literally like, bless her. I hope she's okay. I don't know if she was one of the people that were injured, but literally she was just jammed between. So imagine on her right side, her left side, her front and back is just grown men crushing her, like literally pushing against her, trying to get into this venue. And you could just see that she had no control over her body. It was actually terrifying. That was like that's like a burning memory in my mind, because that was the last thing I saw before I said, I'm getting out. I literally wrestled out of my friend's grip. I said, I'm sorry, I am leaving. There's no way I'm going to stay through this. Because I'm not going to enjoy the show at the end of this. Like, I'm not. Like, how am I going to enjoy the show even if I get to go in? I'm not going to enjoy it. So I'm leaving. So I wrestled my way out of that. I literally had to push past people to get out the opposite way. And I went as far away as I could from everything. And I just messaged my friend. I said, if you want to stay, that's fine. I'm leaving. Because I cannot. Like, this is just too much. From the point we're hearing somebody getting CPR, I'm seeing this girl being crushed by men on her left, right, front and back. We're seeing women there being manhandled by police anyhow. People are getting beaten by batons. Security guards are being punched up. It's just chaos. Utter chaos. So the fact that the girl who was getting CPR, we now know is Rebecca Ikumelo, may she rest in peace.
She's dead?
She's dead. She has passed away. The second person died 2 days ago as well was, bless her, what is her name? I don't want to get her name wrong. This. Yes, they died. Was Gabrielle Mitchell. She was actually working security that night, and I wouldn't be surprised if she was one of the people that got punched down, because the way people were weighing in on the security, I'm like, this is not, like, security are just doing their job.
I can't believe this.
So she died. She was 23. And that was just, I was just like, all of this for what? Love Itoya is in London. Ow. She's here all the way from Greece, y'all. Okay, she's live in the flesh, she's live on the stew. And I'm just really excited to have you here. I'm really just like, I want you, now that you're here yourself, you can break down things much clearer. Yes. Like, people can hear the audio clearer. Yeah. And they can hear you really just talk about your journey, how it's been in London since you've been here. Because she's been busy, yo. She hasn't just come here to relax. She's been working. She's been working very hard. So please let the people remind them who you are again. Yeah. And let them know a bit about what you've been up to since you've been in London town.
Okay, so hi y'all. Hey. I'm a Greek-Nigerian.
Yes.
Born in Greece by Nigerian parents. Period. My mom is from Edo State. Both are from Edo State, but my mom and dad. But my mom is Edo. My dad is Asian tribe, Oromi precisely. I'm an artist. I'm a singer, songwriter. Yeah. I create my melodies, produce my music like with my voice and everything. Yeah, I'm a dancer, performer. Yeah, I do all this kind of stuff.
Yes, she does, guys. If you don't follow her yet, you can go and do that right now at Love Itoya, and you can see for yourself her in action. She's not exaggerating about any of the things she said there. And if you listen to the submissions playlist, you will have heard her music on there as well. So do make sure you check out Love Itoya. So,
yes.
Staying on those things that you do. Okay. We know a bit about your journey because, like I said, you've been here before and you've let us know a bit about that. But I'm curious now that you're in this stage of your career, like obviously where you're a bit more confident in yourself. Yeah. You know, you kind of know what you're doing. You know what you want to get out of a body of work. Can we anticipate a new project, a new EP?
You know what? Yeah. I don't say ever. Yeah. But I would say stay tuned to new things.
Oh, okay.
For 2023. And I'll just stay with that.
Okay.
I don't like to jinx nothing.
I hear you. No, I get that, to be honest. Sometimes, when you say things and then...
Yeah, I'm just going to say stay tuned to see what's going to happen in 2023. If I pop something up, so y'all will know that time.
Yeah, we'll hear it. So, again, this reason to be following the socials. Oh, cool. So... I know, obviously, I've seen you around London a little bit. You have been performing around the city. How has that been for you so far? How have you found the reception? What's the vibe like compared to performing in Greece?
Okay, first of all, I love London.
Yes.
the community. The Black community.
Right, we have one.
Multicultural community.
Yeah.
Man, there isn't that in Greece.
Yeah.
Like this young blood and everybody coming together and just seeing that you can relate.
Right.
You see representation everywhere you go. In Greece is different, so different. Like, especially performing, I was like the only Black girl performing in a band.
Yeah.
And I was young, and you can see young people, but they're not much.
Yeah.
We had a Black community before in the city I was in Thessaloniki.
Right.
But things, when it was hard in the country, people flew out, so they were not there. Right. So the children that are there are gonna be like few.
Right.
Maybe at my age, they're gonna be there. That's the only one. But you doesn't see the representation. They aren't like Black people working as taxi drivers.
Right.
They aren't Black people being the McDonald's working or serving you. That ain't there. It's only white people. And you know, the Black people that you see, that I'm so grateful that my parents were so strong and they work hard and they have a salon and a shop. Yeah. You know, these are like the victorious ones that could be able to manage and fight through and have like 4 kids. Yeah. That's something, wow. Yeah. But the rest are like struggling. They're like one-sided side. They're in certain places. You won't see a lot of shops by Black people. You'll see like in the city, 2 or 3. Wow. Here is like bunch of ones. And that is so surprising because you're like, when I'm in Greece, you're like, sometimes you're, maybe we shouldn't talk. And when you come to London, you're like, oh my God, everybody's different. Everybody's Black, they're brown, they're this, they're that. So nice. We're all together. I'm not scared that you're from here. I'm not scared that you're from there. But when it's Greece, they put it in our minds to be like, oh, they're going to do us something bad. Oh, they're going to do
because they're different.
Yeah. You know, I loved a club in Greece, in Thessaloniki. Yeah. It took like 2 to 3 years, is it? Maybe or more, when I started seeing someone young Black there working as a bartender. And I was shocked. I was like, wow.
How did you get here?
How did you get here? You know, if you see Black people in the clubs, you know, because they come from outside country because of the tourism or something like that. But seeing someone as a bartender, and maybe because of the whole culture, and now Black music's more like trendy and people want to be part of us. Can you believe it that like 2, 3, 4 months ago, I went to a shop in my city. It was like a hip hop shop, and they were playing African music. Wow. Burna Boy, and I was like, what? When? How?
Oh, that's funny.
So I'm so in love with London.
Right there. Yeah, no, I get that. I can imagine this must just feel like a breath of fresh air for you then.
Greece is beautiful for its tourism and everything, but really, there needs to be more London in Greece because everybody loves Greece. But the people that are born there don't feel represented. I didn't have someone to look up to and say that I want to be like them. I was like looking up to Beyonce. You understand what I mean? So that's why I want to be like the first Greek-Nigerian female to break out.
I love that. That's great. And I think that's a great aspiration, and it's definitely possible because I don't know about you guys, but I haven't heard of one before. I haven't heard of a Greek-Nigerian artist before. So I think it's amazing that you have that vision and that boldness to do it, because it's not easy, especially I think growing up in those kind of circumstances where you, like I said, you don't have that representation. But luckily, actually, in a way, you did have that representation through your parents. Seeing them being able to strive in that kind of society means that you kind of had that affirmation from early that I can do it too, you know, because they've done it. So I think that's really, really great. And shout out to your parents as well, because it's not everyone who can, you know, thrive in those kind of circumstances. And you can imagine the kind of society when they first moved there, what it was like versus what you're experiencing now.
Rough.
I can actually imagine. So yeah, I mean, shout out to you for being here and for, you know, getting yourself out and, you know, doing what you love. that contrast coming from a band, because you mentioned coming from a band, to going solo, do you feel like that was quite natural for you? Like, do you feel like that was always going to be the plan, or did you see yourself like always being in a band?
Girl, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
When I was in the band, I was young, my own self.
Right.
I got lost in the band.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think I didn't know where I was heading.
Right.
Maybe if I had a dream, I was like, I want to do this, I want to do that. But I just got used to the band.
Right.
Maybe my dreams were like blurry.
Right. Yeah.
And when after we split it, and God bless them, they're doing their thing and I'm doing my thing.
Yes.
I just started realizing that, oh my God, I lost myself in another type of music. It was a foundation, but it's not really what I want to do.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so when I became solo, have my own musicians and everything, because my vision was that time that in Greece, I want to have young musicians.
Right.
At my side, because there was like, everybody was done playing young musicians.
Right.
They were like, we are older, we know more than you. But I was seeing that there are a lot of talented musicians.
Right.
That were young and they can do it.
Right.
Even though they don't believe it. So when I have my own musicians, sometimes maybe they don't believe that, oh, we can do this, we can do that. I'm glad that I gave them like the layer that we can do it.
Yes. Yeah.
And we toured, we went to different kind of countries.
Yeah.
That they never knew that Greek musicians can do this kind of thing. And they were like, it's ruled by a black woman, a Greek-Nigerian, and it's a woman, and it's a female. Yeah. Ruling like a team of 8 to 10. Yeah. It was huge and big and stressful, but I'm so proud that I did it. Yes, we went to different kind of festivals and places, and I'm glad that I gave them that foundation, and now they do whatever they're doing, because now I'm in London. Yeah,
absolutely. I love that. So I feel like it sounds from you like it was just quite like an organic split. Like there was just a time where everybody kind of had to venture into their own thing, and it, like you said, you know, I do imagine that sometimes in groups that you do kind of get drowned out by what the group is doing versus, you know, what you as an artist envision for yourself, which can be hard sometimes. I mean, for some people, they love that and that's, you know, being in a group is what they want. But I think if you have certain ambitions as a musician, you do realize that eventually you will have to kind of take that road alone. But I'm glad, like you said, even on your journey road alone, you took other people with you. Yeah. And I think that's so important because I don't know that enough people do that. I don't know that enough people are willing to share the stage.
The thing is that for me, when I had my own musicians from Greece, because I can have others, is that I told them one thing: I want everybody to shine. I learned something when I was in the band. Yeah. Which made me to have that vision. Right. Like, you know, you go to a Beyonce concert, you don't pay attention to guitarists sometimes. Yeah. Except if you're a musician. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You pay attention to Beyonce. Yeah. But that's wrong. Everybody's a star. Yeah. I told them that. You need to do that. You need to shine. You need to do that. You need to shine. Yeah. Everybody needs to shine. Because absolutely, if you work and you do the concert with me, you never know who's singing you down there. Exactly. Like, I want you to be my own concert. Love Itoya, can I have your guitarist? Can I have your keyboardist? Right. Do exaggerated things like I would do. Be a showman. Yes. And they were like, okay. It's good. Yeah, you need to. Yeah. Because I don't want people to only pay attention to me. And that made them to have the same mindset. Because I had like a dancer and backup dancer and back vocalist at the same time. Doing the same job at once. And she was like, oh my God, it's so nice that I can be able to understand what you're saying. Like, because after we had a concert, other people were performing like, oh my God, look at how the guitarist is playing. I say, good. You now get what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody needs to shine. Because when we come down from the stage, everybody like go meet my guitarist. They're like, wow, you played nice solo. Yeah. Wow, you were. That's what gives me joy. Yeah. And feel that the whole rehearsal, because I was like doing the live arrangement with all of them. Because I was saying, guitar play this, guitar do this, and the musical direction. So that felt that I've accomplished something. Yeah. They were like, oh guys, you guys are from Greece. This is how you guys play. That is what I want.
Yeah,
that is what I want.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that so much, and I truly believe that's how it should be put on a show. And I feel like if everybody's allowed to truly show up as themselves and be their best and be encouraged in the way that you've said, man, it's going to be something that people are going to remember, people are going to stick to. And as you said, you know, of course people will gravitate to the artist because you're the one performing, but people also gravitate who made that, who played the drums, who played the bass, who played the guitar. Like I love those keys, like who chose that arrangement, like that conversation. And it brings so many opportunities. And I just feel like that you can never go wrong with sharing the stage. That's for me. What do you kind of see for yourself happening in the next couple of years? Because there is a few different avenues I see different artists taking. Like some artists now are going into they're going on to fully on to being actors. Like they're like, okay, cool. Music was my gateway into acting. That's very interesting to me. Well, you've got some actors that are like, acting was my gateway into music. Very long-winded way to go about it, I'd say, but
yeah.
And and some people want to go on to do other things, direct things, be whether it's music videos or movies. Some people want to write or open up certain businesses and things like that. So they use the music as just a stepping stone for that. Yeah. Is music a stepping stone for you, or is there a plan for you in terms of you as an artist that you see yourself kind of developing in the next couple of years?
Music is the major for me.
Yeah.
Because I have so much to give to the world through my music. I said something to someone a few days ago that music, we singers, musicians, we're therapists to people.
That we
understand? Because we need to give advices and we should know what we're putting out to the world, because you never know how you can save someone. So I would say for me, the first thing as an artist and what I'm seeing is to be the first Greek-Nigerian female artist in the world. Yeah. Because that's the mark I want to leave. Because I can say in London that we're like a minority, the Edo and the Asian community. I see more Yoruba and Igbo people. Yeah. So that intrigues me more. I want to represent.
Love that.
So there hasn't been no Edo or Asian girl. Everybody knows Yoruba. Everybody knows Igbo in the music. Right. So I'm coming. You understand? I'm saying that and I'm manifesting it. I'm coming because I know what I want to give to the world. Because I'm going to say major thing is music. Then afterwards we'll see. We'll see.
Love that. So you're keeping the door open for possible other ventures.
Yeah. But I want people to know me for my music for my lyrics and everything.
I love that. And that's dope. And I think it's good. I actually do like the fact that you can now do different things. I know, like you said, it's good to have the main focus. I definitely believe that that's true, because I think that gives you kind of something to drive and work towards, and obviously fully invest in. But the fact that it can open up other doors for other things is also a fortunate thing as well. So, I mean, why not? If you've got other talents, explore them. Do you know what I mean? Speaking of, do you have other talents outside of music? That doesn't even have to be creative. Like, you could just be really good at knitting, for example.
Oh, child. I don't want to say I'm good at baking, but I can bake.
Okay. What can you bake? What's the last thing you baked?
Oh my God, cookies, cakes.
Ooh.
All the cinnamon rolls.
Oh, wow.
I've been digging into it.
Okay.
But I want to say that that's my talent. Y'all don't start saying cooking.
Nick said she come around, she gonna bring some.
Maybe I'm good at acting. I don't know. You know, when I'm watching movies, I'm a sucker for romantic comedy movies.
Gosh, what is it with us women in romantic comedies?
So
I
much.
hate them.
You don't understand. I love romantic movies. I'm in love with them. Yeah. Because the world sometimes doesn't give me what I want. Yeah. So I think I might be good in acting. In that aspect. Don't give me any thriller and things like that. I don't have that strength.
Not that strength, child. You wouldn't do a young Scream, no, Chucky,
maybe the drama, the drama, love and things like that, and shouting and screaming, oh, you cheated me, and things like that.
I hear it. I couldn't. I know I wouldn't try. There's not enough money in the world that could get me to be in a horror movie, so I don't blame you there at all. But you mentioned something that you just slipped that in under the tongue. You said, you like romantic comedies because the world doesn't always give you what you want. So that's obviously, I'm going to pull on that thread, and I'm going to ask you a little bit about your romantic life. Is that right? Okay. Is that okay? Yeah. Am I allowed? Okay. Ooh, guys, about to get spicy. Oh, sorry. So,
okay.
Lovely Itoya, are you single?
Yeah.
You are. Okay, she is single first and foremost. So if you aren't already following the Instagram, you can go and do that right now. Okay. Go follow the Instagram. Again, check out the DM. I was going to say check out the DMs. Slide in the DMs, child. Slide in there. So you are single.
Yeah.
So how are you finding dating? Oh, I'm saying as if she is dating. Are you even dating?
No.
Okay, you're not dating. Is that something that you've decided not to do? Or you're just like,
girl,
no luck right now?
It hasn't come.
Okay, fair enough.
Maybe my energy isn't giving them the opportunity to.
Right.
I say to myself that I can understand when men want to talk to me.
Right.
I don't want to say like I'm a man reader or something like that, but I just know. I've studied them. I've been
make you work hard.
Give it a go. You know what I mean? They're not like, they don't know how to approach me.
That's interesting.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the aura, the dynamic, or anything. I just see that they're trying to start,
right?
But they go back. Whether it's fear, whether it's intimidation,
right?
I don't understand. So I don't have that strength. So
right.
If you don't know how to approach me, and just leave it. Oh, maybe they're trying to go slow,
right? And
they're trying to do it like in a friend way. So
okay.
I don't know, but no, I'm not digging.
Okay. Well, no, I think you've made some interesting points there, actually. And I mean, fair enough. So it's not like you're close to dating. It's just that the right opportunity hasn't presented itself yet.
No,
okay.
I've not been asked or something like that.
Okay.
So it doesn't bother me because I'm focused on what
Of course.
I'm doing.
Of course. But that's interesting, though, because you said something about, it feeling like maybe they're a bit intimidated or they can't really handle, who you are as an artist. And I think I can agree with that. I think I can agree with that. I think a lot of guys think they can deal with a woman that is always on the go, who's very focused on her career, who's always, out and about performing and things like that, who's got a strong social media presence. I think some guys think they can handle it, and then they get into the situation, they realize, oh my gosh, I have no control over the situation. Like, she is who she is outside of me. Like, I don't have necessarily a part in that.
Yeah.
And I do think there's an intimidation factor there because obviously, not to generalize, but men do like to be men, especially in relationships. Like, they do kind of want to feel like they can provide for you and they have that sort of upper hand in terms of, how the relationship runs. But if you're out here just doing your thing, that to a man can kind of feel like, well, where do I fit into that?
Yeah.
To that puzzle.
But so I think it's smart if a man just say, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's what we want. We want things like the movie. Okay.
It's so funny because I had my friend Joe on here a couple of months back now. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Joe. And he was saying something like that. He was saying like, what did you just say? Because I don't know, I just left my head.
Because I was like, even though I'm focused on what I'm doing, I just want someone to...
Oh, like be like in the movies, that's what you said. And he said that. He was like, women always want what they see in the movies. And I was like, nah, we don't. But Love Itoya just proved that some of us do.
You know what? It comes from some things that are realistic.
I get you, yeah.
Some men are like that.
Yeah, they are.
It's not true. It's not all like...
it's true.
Story and storytelling.
No, there are some men that are genuinely very romantic, very supportive of their partners. They will do anything to see their woman succeed. Do you know what I mean? Like, there are men that would do that. I guess we just haven't met them yet, child. So that part, we just haven't met them yet. But they do exist. There are guys that genuinely will like just champion you on and just want to see you win and absolutely love the fact that you're doing what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's always, in my personal opinion, I think it's worth waiting for. I don't think it's something to rush into because there's a lot. I don't know if you saw this video. So this video went viral the other day. Oh gosh. And I love this actress as well. I used to watch her. She used to be my favorite web series on YouTube. That used to be called Lover Homie Friends, I think it was called.
Okay.
Love that. And it was a really good web series and they got picked up by BET at the time. Okay. And they had a full 3-season run. It was really good. American web series. Just trying to, why can't I find my Twitter so I can show you the video? It was just really interesting, the conversation. But there were some other allegations about the guy's potential sexuality based on how he was talking in the interview, but we're not even going to go there. But let me see if I can find this video. Yeah, here we go.
You were always incredibly honest, but the honesty still really hurt me. I was always
always open and honest with her, and I never tried to pull the wool over her eyes and was like, I'm not talking to nobody, it's just me and you. I was like, no, when I see you, I see you. When I don't, like I'm on some other stuff. But but I also was like, don't wait for me. If somebody is treating you the way that you want to be treated, by all means, go explore that. Hopefully you're around like when I am ready. But if you aren't, then I got to deal with that. Like that's something that I got to live with. But I'm willing to take that chance because I know that if I get into a relationship with you right now, I'm just gonna dog you. And I didn't want to do that because again, like she was my friend.
And in retrospect, I really appreciate that. Who wants to be with someone that's not ready?
Yeah.
And who wants to have to give someone ultimatums, which I never did either, which I'm grateful we never did that type of stuff. But
so do you agree with, first of all, let me ask how he described that time in their relationship, like him not wanting to string her along, so he was kind of like, well, you go do you, and if you find somebody cool, but if you're still around when I'm ready, I'll hopefully, get it right for you.
I think it's honest.
You think so?
Yeah, who wants to waste their time with someone?
No, we definitely get that.
So he's like telling you already what's in your head.
Yeah.
So not to start crying and get into a whole drama.
Drama.
Yeah, because it's like telling you, I'm not mature. I'm immature right now.
Right.
I'm not the guy for you.
Okay.
So go do your thing.
Okay.
If you want, you can stay. If you want to. It's more nice when a woman says that. When a man says that, he hurts more for us. You understand?
I hear you. So do you think then, so in your mind, if a guy told you that, like you were seeing a guy and you realize you like each other and he told you that, you'd be receptive to that? Like you would feel like, I would understand it. What would you, like, how would you take, because she said that she respected the honesty, but she was still very hurt by it.
Of course you're hurt.
Yeah. So do you think for you would have just stuck around, or would you just said, okay, thank you, I'm going to go now?
I would never stick around.
Okay. So that, because they're married now.
Oh, they're married
now?
Wow.
Yeah, they're married now. So a lot of people were like, girl, so you mean...
She stuck around, right?
She stuck around, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what a lot of people are kind of complaining about. Like, how do you stick around for that?
That's love there.
Is it love? I mean, yeah, it definitely is love. Like, she was definitely in love with that man.
Okay.
But I also feel like, personally, I'm like, is it possible that she just didn't think that she was worthy of something?
Oh, maybe she didn't find something important right now, that time.
That time, she just thought it was worth being his friend.
Maybe, yeah. And blinked.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe nothing came through that time for her. So why should she just waste some time? Let her just be his friend and something like that.
Child, I could not stay around for that. No way.
You know what? It's not.
Ain't no way I'm sticking around. I'm
out. You can be friends.
Like, I can't even be your friend after that. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Wait, were they like in a relationship and he just...
No, I guess they were just messing around, and like they realized they like each other, and so like she's obviously thinking like, I'm kind of ready to pursue it to the next level, and he's like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not there yet.
Sometimes I like the game, so I think that it's good that she just became his friend.
Right.
So...
She said she likes the game, y'all.
Sometimes instead of you like to fight with the person,
I hear you.
Just be friends with them. Is it a bad thing? No,
it's not a bad thing.
Be friends with the person. If you're dating, he's gonna be like all crushed, and he knows what I cried when he was in the house. Right. So it's better.
I'm so done.
The drama and I don't want to see you. And when you see yourselves in the club, oh my God, he's here. So it's better for everybody to be like friends, and let's just all stay in this fakeness.
Yeah, I'm glad you said fakeness, because it would definitely be fake, as long as we're establishing that. Yeah. Okay, cool. Because I was thinking, I don't know what kind of friendship can be birthed after that. Like, it's not going to be we like this kind of friendship. There's no way. Like, now I like you.
Friends with benefits.
Ooh, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Let us talk about it. Friends with benefits. What is happening there? Because now I feel like friends with benefits is not even really a thing. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I feel like everyone is just so like happy to share. At least that's the perception online. You know how people are in real life and online, it don't always match up. But the way people are acting at the moment is like they're very happy to share. So it's like, we don't need to do friends with benefits. I know you're sleeping with half, of the town. Just make sure that when I call you, you're around. That's it. Like, just make sure you're available when I need what I need.
Is that in a dating stage or in the, we like each other stage? In the
dating
stage, I will be like, you know what? Okay.
Yeah. Do you?
I don't have feelings right now.
Yeah.
Still, I won't stick along with him.
Yeah.
But, there are stages.
Yes. There are too many.
Are we like in the dating stage of, we just went on a date for once and I'm seeing him with another. The first dating stage, y'all don't kiss. I don't know who does that.
Right.
Y'all don't kiss or something like that so you don't get attached.
Mm-hmm.
So, is that stage or...
I don't know. I don't know what stage these people are deciding that they're happy to share. For me,
I'm not happy to share.
There's never there's never a stage I'm happy to share. When am I happy to share? I'm never going to be happy to share. I just understand that in the beginning, that obviously everybody will be exploring their options. That's like, when you're just getting to talk to somebody, you're getting to know somebody, people are going to be talking to different people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that's like, it is what it is. And some people say even up until they get into a relationship, they're aware that their partner might still be talking to or dealing with other people.
So I think you just don't give out yourself.
Yeah.
You just stay protected.
Yeah.
And give him the stick face.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go out. All right.
Okay.
We're friends.
Yes.
So
we are good
if you
friends.
know that you like me, boy, you gotta stick around.
Yeah.
You ain't getting none of this.
None of it. And I just think, do you know what? Dating has changed a lot. I feel like from when I last dated to now, I don't like this dating. I don't like it. I don't know
how the dating is this time. So it's been.
I don't like it.
Ages.
Girl, you should be happy that it's been ages. I don't like it because it was ages for me too because I was too busy being in a relationship. But now I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like what dating has become. I don't like it. I do not enjoy it at all. Like one of my friends was like to me the other day, I'm enjoying dating so much because they're using like apps. Do you use apps?
Never.
Yeah, I don't use apps. So I think maybe
like
that's why.
A full-time job.
Yes, I cannot use apps. I cannot. I'm barely keeping up with my friends on social media or
when
WhatsApp.
They do the dating apps, do the guys like pay their taxes from where they're coming from?
See, this is the details that people don't give you, okay? Because are they paying for your Uber? Are they paying for your meal? Like,
at least to know it's worth it, even though the person's like not.
Listen, I don't know what's going on, but one of my friends said she's really she's loving the apps, okay? Loving the apps. For me,
I'm not a fan
you ain't
of
gonna
apps,
catch me on there. I'm just saying.
If
you see me on there, know that somebody created a fake profile and report it because it's not me.
Does Facebook and Instagram not have like dating apps?
Do you know what?
That's how it was like.
Do you know what?
At the beginning.
Yes. You know what? You have a point. I think Facebook and Instagram could low key be considered because they are social media apps.
Started. There were a lot of like dating things.
They were because people were just posting normal things on there, wasn't it?
Adding people without us.
Yes,
it's cute.
exactly.
Let's add him. Let's add them. There are a lot of younger people in this generation.
Okay.
That are so mature than older.
Trust me. I've met a few.
Okay, that is true.
Yeah.
So that's where things triggers you.
Mm-hmm.
But after you're like, they're ready to take the next step because you don't have the time right now to spend time with the games and everything.
Yes, yeah.
Because they'll be like all up on the games and all the drama. And some people like it.
Yeah, some people do.
But that's the thing. You need to be sure that he's in the same pace with you.
Yes.
It depends on the age difference, but love is love.
Wow.
If you fall in love,
you heard her.
Love is blind.
Ooh.
That's the thing. That is the problem. So you just dive into it and don't think.
Right.
Because in my own perspective, sometimes I'm like, if it's younger, I have a... But right now, I think I need to rethink everything and just like let it go. I'm not saying, do not start. I can't. Y'all just don't start with me. But you just need to think. Are they for me? Is this for me?
Right.
I'm not going to put any more boundaries because before
Right.
I was putting boundaries.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to say, let everything flow and let's see where we're going to.
Yeah.
I know my own limits. So I know my own limits and I'm going to just put them there. That's what I'm going to say.
Do you know what? I love that because...
You don't want to be restricted.
You don't.
You never know what is going to happen.
I do,
so I'm not going to put out, until this age. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just going to say, I know my limits, but I'm just going to see.
I like your answers, to be honest. I feel like I'm a little bit too set in my ways, I think. I'm thinking about that stage now where I'm like, I don't know if I'm prepared to try. I don't know. I can try. that I'm willing to try. I don't know. Even though one of my really good friends, she's in a relationship with a guy who's younger than her, and they have a beautiful life together. Like really, like it's working for them. It is, and I think, do you know what? I don't think it could work. I think it's just me. How I
like
view
you
it.
too.
Yeah.
Like a few months ago.
What happened? What changed?
It's just that you don't want to put some boundaries sometimes. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying I'm fully like you.
Yeah.
I'm still.
Yeah.
But you just sometimes meet people and you're like
damn.
Goodness Christ gracious, why all men are not confident in knowing what they want?
Exactly.
And you see that one person who's like, he knows what he wants.
Everything.
I ain't gonna tell nothing. But
yeah.
Of course, if you want to come here, so come. But that kind of thing. So you're like, will you find something like that again?
Yeah. No. I know exactly what you mean, because I definitely met someone like that, and
I'm not ready to train no man to be a man.
Listen.
Okay.
I still like men who take pride in being men. Do you know what I mean? Like men who want to look after you, men who want to provide for you, men who want to be something, do something, who have ambition, motivation, who are good with their hands. I still like men like that. I like men who, have their feet on the ground. They know what they want. They know where they're going. Do you know what I mean? And it's true. I think I've only really met one person, and it's a younger person than me that was like, I was like, whoa. It's like, I'm not being funny. I think you need to come and school some of my age mates, because they're not.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? They're not on, like, they're just not on it like this. And it's just a bit, it's weird.
I think with this generation.
It is.
They don't have it so easy. Like, I think they're more open-minded.
Yes, I think so.
Women want or what our requests.
Yes,
they're getting more educated every time.
Absolutely agree.
So it would be stupid for someone to say sometimes they don't know what women are thinking.
Yeah.
You got a lot of platforms.
So many. We're everywhere talking. We're everywhere talking. So currently, Itoya is single. Okay, she said she's open.
Out there. She's single.
Girl,
Let's
say it's the Christmas season. You never know. It's the season of gifting and giving. Somebody might decide to come and give themselves to you. So
it depends how they will come. I don't have this trend.
She said it depends. So you better come correct, okay,
girl.
But the DMs, are they open?
They're open.
They're open.
They come.
Yes. Okay. So they're open.
If I want, I don't open. If I want to open, and then they just watch. So it depends how you play your game.
Play your cards right, gentlemen. Okay, because Itoya said that DMs are open depending on how you play your cards right, and also age is not too much of a barrier right now. So you have a chance. Okay, so don't worry. She's 26. Bear that in mind. So think about where you fall in line there, and shoot your shot. Okay. I do want to say this. I asked you, I'm saying it as if it's a big announcement, it's really not. I just asked you what game you wanted to play, right?
Yes.
And you said to me she wanted to play word association, right?
Yes.
And word association, it seems like everybody wants to play word association.
Yeah.
I think only one or two people have played two truths, one lie, and nobody's chosen the other games. You've chosen word association, and I get it, it's fun.
Okay.
So word association, all right, I'm going to throw a word at you. I'm going to play a beat.
Girl, you're making me anxious already.
No, don't be anxious.
Okay, let's go.
I'm going to play a song. Not play a song, play a beat.
Okay.
Instrumental. And then I'm going to throw you a word, and all you have to do
Make a song with it.
Make a song with it. That's it.
Okay.
If you need help, I'm here for assist. Otherwise, it's all on you. Okay?
Let's go.
So, the beat I'm going to choose for you today. Now, I hope it doesn't intimidate you. If there's a song you actually want to do, let me know.
No, let's go.
Okay?
Let's go. Okay. We go with the Cisco.
Yes.
Okay, give me the word.
All right. So your first word is going to be... Oh, what should our first word be? Oh my gosh, why have I gone blank? Oh, okay.
Huh? Do I have seconds or minutes?
No. You just need to do it for 4 bars or 8 bars. Okay. Your first word is fan.
Fan?
Mm-hmm. Fan.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I gotta find myself.
Ooh.
Cause I'm hot right now.
Ooh.
I gotta find myself. Cause I don't want you.
Okay. Next
no
word
disrespect.
is sea. Like the ocean.
Okay. Sea. Coming down right now. Ooh. See, I'm coming
Next word is diamonds.
Diamonds on my neck. Diamonds on my neck.
Okay.
Diamonds on my neck. Cause I'm too expensive and I don't want to.
She said she's
that
expensive, y'all.
energy around me.
Woo-wee. Next word is light.
Light?
Mm-hmm.
Light or light?
Light.
Oh, Baba girl, shine your light on me. Baba girl, shine your light on me.
Word.
Cause I don't wanna shagging around me.
Okay, let's switch it up. Next word is trouser.
Man. Put on your trousers, don't say a word, cause I'm right now gonna give you the buzz.
Woo! Love that, yeah. Well done. You did that.
I'm telling you, visual what I'm saying.
The vocals were there. Okay, the lyrics were there. Okay. She said, I am going to give you guys a little tease of what I can do.
Oh my God.
Okay, so she's in London for a little while longer, so follow her social so you can make sure you can catch at the next show. Oh, cool. This has been so fun. Thank you so much for sliding through today.
Thank you.
We got through the intense topics. We spoke about your music. We spoke about your journey. We talked about shining a light on other people. We have spoken about, your future ambitions.
Yeah.
And we talked about your dating life. And you even gave us a little freestyle. So thank you so much for coming here and being a true sport. I appreciate it. Please plug yourself. Let people know where to find you in the music.
Yes, so guys, you can stream my music on all platforms with the name Love Itoya. That's Itoya. Find me on all social media. Love Itoya, Facebook, TikTok, everywhere.